Jeffrey McGowan, Saturday, November 28th, 2015, Advanced Strategies of Teaching, Module 1, 3 Introductions Outline, McGowanIntros. What kind of impression do you hope to make? First impression. In front of my students, I will show my presence and stance right from the beginning. Strong with a solid foundation, very grounded. I will come across as approachable and friendly, but yet firm. I plan on being neatly put together every day. A sharp outfit with a tie, collar shirt and slacks, dress shoes polished. My hair will be cut military style, a little bit of gel, and my hair will be colored to show youth. I will put forward an alert and straightforward attitude and presence, but yet I will involve some jokingly humor at times to keep it all loose. I will assure that I will be fair with the students, but I will expect their best at all times. I will remind all my students that I have an open door policy and expect them to ask me for assistance when needed after class, after school, or by appointment. I will remind my students that they are all individuals getting their own grades and acquiring their own learning. But the class is a team as well, where each student should look out for their fellow peer from time to time, out of respect, and when appropriately. I'll remind students to respect themselves, their fellow students, and me at all times. I plan on coming across as interesting to listen to as a teacher, and somewhat new and refreshing, where all students want to listen to what I have to teach and hang on to my almost every word with interest. I will let students know that I plan on keeping each class session fresh, never boring, where students look forward to coming to my class to learn. I'll remind my students that I will not stand for disrespect of any kind towards themselves, their fellow students, or myself. I will not stand for it. I will then remind the students that I enjoy being positive and upbeat to them. But any student that gets out of line, for whatever reason, will see a side of me they will not like. I will tell my students that if they I will remind my students that if they give their best all the time, and they really try, they will not fail. And that I never fail a student that gives 100% all the time. I will be willing to work with the student. I will remind my students that honesty is the best policy, and I expect that from them all the time. I plan on staying as consistent as possible with and towards my students, because I feel that a steady routine will help my students and their classes stay on track with me at all times. Students will be reminded from time to time that we will learn new things, and instruction may change a little from time to time, but that I believe in routine, routine, routine. That is the first impression. First day of class. Opening or icebreaker to my students. Good morning, class. My name is Mr. McGowan, and welcome to 7th grade, 7th period social studies. I look forward to teaching you on many topics in this class this year. We will discuss those topics in a few minutes. I first and foremost would like to take attendance and have you also introduce yourself to me and the class, a brief description of yourself. Briefly tell us a little bit about yourself. Attendance will be taken at this point. I'm hoping that my students down the line briefly tell me and the class a little bit about themselves. After attendance and quick student intros. It's great to meet all of you. I plan on getting to learning your names by memory as soon as possible. So please bear with me as we get through the next few days and week or two. I will get your names down, and I appreciate your patience. Allow me now to tell you a little bit about myself. My full name is Jeffrey McGowan. I was born in Jersey City, and I lived mostly in Rutherford, New Jersey my whole life. I went into the U.S. Army after high school for music. I'm a keyboard player. Music is my true love. History is also my true love. Sometimes comes in second, sometimes comes in first, but music and history are my true loves in life. I've been playing piano all my life. I've been loving history all my life. And I play all styles of music and have been in just about every kind of band you can imagine. We will talk more about music with me in depth as we move through the school year. We're not going to concentrate on that too much today. However, I have played with famous names like John Bon Jovi, Charlie Daniels, and Les Paul, amongst other famous musicians. Again, we will talk about this as the school year moves on. I have a wife. I have a daughter and a son who are twins. They are 9 years old, and they both have special needs. My wife works at Seton Hall University as an associate dean at the College of Ed. But she started out as an English teacher, and my wife is a teacher at heart. I have a bachelor's degree in history from Thomas Edison State College, and I'm currently studying for my master's degree in special education from Seton Hall University. I perform side work and charities for children with special needs, and have worked with special needs children in the past. I expect to have a great year with all of you, discussing topics such as the Roman Empire, the Crusades, the Middle Ages, and the Ottoman Empire. I expect all of you to be completely responsible for all your own work as individuals in this class. But as being prior military myself, I'd like you all to treat this class as a team, and your classmates as your teammates. If any of your classmates ask you for help when it's appropriate, when that time is appropriate, I have no problem with you working with them and assisting them. They are your teammates. If they lean on you for support, please give it to them. However, I have an open door policy as a teacher. Can anyone explain to me in this class what that means? What does an open door policy mean? At this point, if no one explains, I will explain. If someone does explain, I will commend them, and I will confirm with them that they are correct. However, if no one can explain this, I will then say, and class, an open door policy means you can come to me for anything without an appointment as long as I am free at that moment. No questions asked. My door is open for you. That's my job. I expect anyone in this class to approach me with problems with their schoolwork, problems they may be having with other schoolwork, problems they may be having with another student, or even problems at home. My private time with my students, all of you, will be kept confidential and between the two of us. Please remember that. I expect any of my students to come to me for extra help or assistance after class, after school, or make an appointment to see me on a free study skills period, or when I have free time or a free period. I will make sure I am available for all my students whenever that time comes. Please remember that. As a professor told me once in college, and I'd like you all to remember this, I'm trying to put you at ease at this point, starting from day one. I had a professor, great professor, tell me once in a U.S. history class, in the past, as long as you try your best with me, I will not fail you. And I only fail students who do not try. In fact, this same professor told me this information in a history class, like I said, and he also said that if you try your best with me, you'll get at least a B. I am now echoing this statement, or these statements that I just said, to all of you. Let me say this again to all of you. If you try your best in this class, you will do well. But you must give it 100% all the time. And I will see that you are giving 100% or that you're not. So there you go, boys and girls. I just took a large amount of pressure off of you starting on day one. So let's all try our very best in this social studies class. and I am confident you will all do fine. You all see that I am very honest and upfront as a person, as a teacher. I don't hide anything with my students. You will get homework in this class. You will have quizzes and tests. You will have to do reports. And I expect you all to participate in class and pay attention at all times. However, if you work hard with me, I will provide work time to get some of your homework done in class, along with study time to study for upcoming exams with your classmates. If we get all the work completed for the week, I will do my best not to issue any homework on the weekends. However, I cannot guarantee you every weekend will be homework free. There's going to be a weekend throughout the year where you're going to have homework. I'm sorry to say, it's probably going to happen, so be prepared. My goal is for most of the weekends this school year, not giving you homework from this class. That is my goal, so remember that. When it comes to disrespect of any kind, this is important. Please take note. That's where I change my tune. I plan on being very approachable and fun to be with when I teach this class and interact with all of you constantly. You'll see that. However, if you are disrespecting yourself, your classmates, or me, you will see a side of me, Mr. McGowan, that you will not like. I don't like getting angry. I like being happy. I like treating my students with respect and making them happy. I only get angry when I have to. Any type of disrespect from a student towards anybody and anything, and this includes bullying, misbehaving in class, not trying with your work, anything negative towards this class and people in this class whatsoever, will be dealt by me swiftly and firmly. You are all in the 7th grade now, and I plan on treating you like young adults. So please act like it. Please remember what I said. I believe you all know where I'm coming from. If I find out that one of my students is disrespecting someone else or causing any kind of trouble outside of this class, I will hear about it. And I will intervene with that problem to the best of my ability to correct the situation, to correct that problem. Boys and girls, I like having fun, and I love teaching students history. Don't get me wrong. I do not want to see us wasting any time or see any disrespect in any form appearing in this class, or even me hearing about it. It's a waste of time. You are all here to learn, and I plan on having you enjoy yourself in this classroom every day. This is a long school year, so I expect all of you to make the very best of it. Remember again, if you are having trouble of any kind, please make it a point to see me for any help that I can offer you, even advice, if that's what you're looking for. You got it. Remember, I have an open door policy. You have my word that whatever I discuss in private with any of you will be kept private and confidential. Does everyone understand me? I thank you for all introducing yourselves to me and your classmates today. And I also thank you for letting me introduce myself to you all. Also tell a little bit about myself to you. We are going to learn a great deal in this class this year, and I look forward to teaching you. You all have your textbooks. Please bring them to class every day with a notebook, with paper, and something to write with. Again, bring your textbooks, a notebook with paper, and something to write with. Don't forget those 3 things every day. Since we are down to a couple of minutes left in the period, you may talk quietly amongst yourselves. There is no homework for tonight. However, starting tomorrow, please get ready to learn and work hard. I promise you will enjoy it. I look at the clock. We have 2 minutes. Let's keep it quiet. You could talk amongst yourselves. We will talk tomorrow. You may leave when the bell rings. Family night. I am looking at family night as almost like back to school night. Students' parents are now in my class. I hope to make an impression with my students' parents on family night where they see I am a firm teacher, strong, responsible, and in charge of the classroom at all times. I want parents to feel at ease when they meet me and hear what I have to say. I want them to also feel reassured that their children will be learning in my class, along with being safe as well. The following notes and statements would be from, like I said, a back-to-school night in which the students were not present, and I'm just talking to their parents. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mr. Jeff McGowan, and welcome to 7th grade Social Studies. I am pleased to see how many of you came this evening. If we could please go around the room, I'd like you all to introduce yourselves and the name of your child who is my student. You may briefly tell us about yourself, if you'd like, and your child. Obviously, intros go around the class. Hopefully we have a good response, a good description of maybe themselves, but mostly their children who are my students. Thank you for all your introductions. If I may, I'd like to now introduce myself and tell you also a little bit about myself. Once again, my name is Mr. Jeff McGowan, and I am from Rutherford, New Jersey. I served 3 years honorably in the U.S. Army. I obtained a bachelor's degree in history from Thomas Edison State College, and I am currently working on my master's degree in special education from Seton Hall University. I have a wife and 2 children. My children are twins, and they both have special needs. Since this is an inclusion classroom, I take pride in teaching students that are on all levels and with different needs. Just so you know, I have told your students, your children in this class, that they are individuals in this classroom. They are responsible for themselves, their homework, their grades, their assignments. But when they are in my classroom, in addition, they are a part of a team. This is the military in me. We're all a team in here. And they should always look out for their fellow classmates when it is appropriate. This year we will discuss topics in 7th grade social studies, such as the Roman Empire, the Crusades, the Middle Ages, and the Ottoman Empire. I have told your children that as long as they try their best with me and give 100% all the time, I will work with them and be as fair as possible. They understand this with me. I expect their best at all times. Even if they struggle, if they try hard, they will do well. I do not fail students who try very hard and give 100%. Excuse me. I have also let your children know that I have an open door policy in which I welcome them to come to me for any type of assistance with their studies, even other classwork. This could happen after class, during their study skills classes, or even after school, if need be. In addition, I have told your children that I will not tolerate any disrespect from any student towards a fellow student, towards themselves, or towards me. It will not be tolerated. And I told them all that since they are now in the 7th grade, I expect them to act like young adults and hope to treat them that way all year long. As you can see, there are subjects and topics on the walls around the room. You're welcome to look around, check out the room, check out the posters and the topics, the notes, the flyers, the designs that I have on the walls in this classroom, and give you an idea of what topics, what subjects we will be talking about, and also what your children will be learning this year. Up here on my desk in front of me is a complete printout. As you can see, this pile right here. This is a syllabus for the course, a description for the course, along with my email address, and the complete contact information for the school, the website, the phone number. I expect any parent of any of my students to email me immediately whenever needed. I'm really good with email, folks. My Yahoo address is on this printout. I will get back to you the same day. I may not get back to you right away. I am busy. We are all busy. But I do plan on getting back to you right away when you email me. You have my word on that. I'm very good with email, so don't hesitate to shoot me an email. If you have a question, a concern, I will get back to you. I check my email account multiple times daily, and like I said, I will get back to you the same day you email me. I look forward to parent-teacher conferences. along with having your student included if needed as the year goes on. I'm sure we will have some of them. As far as schoolwork goes, your children will be responsible for the norm. Homework, quizzes, tests, a few projects, some essays, group work, a few presentations. Please, I can't emphasize this enough, please monitor your child's work from my class daily. Also, do not hesitate to assist your children with their work from this class. If you ever have any questions, again, please send me an email and I will get back to you as soon as I can on any of that work that is sent home with your child. On the printout up here on my desk, again, there's the school website is on there, the phone number for the school, my email address as well. Why don't you all please come up now, help yourself to this printout, save it. As you can see, there are also light refreshments off to the other side of my desk on the table. Please have something to drink, a little snack. You're welcome to help yourself. Obviously, the parents come up, they take the printouts. Maybe they have some light refreshments. And I would continue by saying, if I can now have your attention for one more second, I'd like to now take any questions that any of you have regarding this class with your students towards me. Any questions that would pertain to your child working with me in this 7th grade social studies class. I would obviously answer all questions to the best of my ability that the parents ask at that point. I would answer all questions politely and thoroughly and professionally. Once all questions are asked, I would remind the parents, are there any more questions? At that point, I would end the night meeting, back to school nights, parent night, school night, back to school night, whatever you want to call it. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for all coming tonight. I am very lucky to be teaching all of your children, and I will make sure they not only learn in my class, but enjoy it as well. My goal for your children is to make sure they interact and participate in every fashion in this class, as well as look forward to coming and learning in this class as well. I want to all leave you with a reminder to please email me again with any questions or comments you have, anything else that pertains to your child in my social studies classroom. I can't emphasize that enough. Keep the communication between you folks and me. You will benefit, I will benefit, my students, your children will benefit. When your children are here, folks, they are my kids. I know they're your kids, but when I'm teaching them, they are my kids. I'm going to treat them like my own children. I want you to know that. There's going to be a lot of care and professionalism that goes into this. I plan on your kids learning a great deal here and leaving this class in June more in tune with world history than they ever dreamed of. I'm hoping they tell you as the year moves forward how much they enjoy this class and how much they are learning. My last goal is for you, the parents, to see their good grades as a result of their hard work. I thank you again for coming tonight. You have my contact information. Please don't hesitate to keep in touch with me and ask me questions. I look forward to working with you and your children this year, and I bid you good night. That is the end of my assignment. Almost 24 minutes. Thank you.